The Empowerment Show aims to equip individuals with the necessary tools, knowledge, and confidence to make informed decisions and take control of their lives. It also focuses on ensuring access to essential resources and the opportunities.
All right, good evening and welcome to the Empowerment Show. My name is Kendall Stevenson, and of course, as always, I'm the host of the show. Always in the beginning of the show, we'd like to show gratitude for something. As I was explaining to you guys the other day, my niece, she had a heat stroke. So if you guys know how bad the weather has been lately, well, she's down south in Florida. She had a heat stroke and she got put into ICU. So at the moment, she can barely speak, and she's a young girl, 40 years old. So I like to say a prayer and send out my best to her. Also to the people in Texas and the people in New Mexico during this flood. Well, this evening we're going to take a break from all of the traumas that's been going on around the world in people's lives, and we're going to talk to a young man. He's an entertainer, and his name is Chris. We're going to call him Chris, but he does have the full name. But we're going to bring him in just a second. So he's an emerging artist, and I heard him at the park the other day. I was at the Juneteenth festival, and he got on the mic, and I was doing my little photography thing, and I turned around and I heard this young man, and I had to stop. So usually when you see me stop and put down my camera, and you know that whatever I'm listening to, it's got to be something special. It's got to be something different. So when I listened to this show, man, that's exactly what I heard. I heard something special. I heard something different. Now, he can say he's a religious rapper, but really the man is an emerging artist. So he's kind of versatile. So let me let you guys meet the young man. Hey, there you go. Chris, what's going on, man?
How you doing there, Kendall? I'm doing all right.
You doing all right? How was your weekend?
Man.
You had a good weekend?
Yes, sir. It's been going pretty well.
With the festivals, with the 4th of July and all?
Wasn't too out in the crowd. Spent a lot of time with family, though. So It was definitely a good time.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. Spending time with family. I was just telling the audience that you're an emerging artist and you're a songwriter and you're a rapper. So yes. I introduced you as kind of like a gospel rapper because that's what I heard. So, but I understand that you do so much more than that. So why don't you let us know exactly what it is that you do?
Yeah, so right now, and I kind of call the music that I've been making or been writing poetry, because that's kind of where I started. I started writing poetry maybe when I was a bit younger, and it's just been something that I've been good at. Wasn't until maybe I want to say my junior year of college when one of my friends started saying that they wanted to be a rapper. So I listened to one of his songs. He had a little opening in it. And I said, I think this poem that I have could go into that opening. And sure enough, it did. And that's kind of what kind of catapulted me into writing my own music to a beat.
Okay, so this is not something that you wanted to do like all your life, right?
Definitely not. Honestly, I felt trying to be another rapper or musician was kind of not even a pipe dream, but it seemed like everyone wants to do it. Everyone wants to be a rapper. Everyone wants to be famous and whatnot. So that definitely was not on my radar. But I've just been writing my poetry, something that I like to listen to, and I share it with friends, family. And when you saw me, that was one of my first times on the stage. I'll say second, technically, because I did a show at church before. But yeah, so it's been all
you didn't seem to be any shaken or anything by it. You seem to perform and you did it well. Are you like the Michael Jackson type? He's shy and meek when he's not in front of the mic, but you put a mic in front of him, put him on the stage, and boom, here we go. Is that you?
Hey, I don't even know if I would say that. I just try to do my best. I always tell my friends I have this fear of being in front of people. However, my fear of kind of maybe messing up is bigger than my fear of being in front of people. So I just get out there. I said a quick prayer beforehand, and so I just knew God got me. So I just did what I had to
I
do.
was always told that it's yeah, you're gonna be afraid, but I was
Mhm.
always told that you can't allow fear to be your main factor. You got to get over those hurdles.
Exactly, because we weren't
Mhm.
made with a spirit of fear. You know,
Well,
we
you
made.
said you said a prayer. I actually took a photo of that.
Yeah,
You guys saying a prayer. I thought that was it made out a pretty good photo. I thought so. It was pretty
yes, sir.
good. At least in my eyes. I always told people that I don't let other people tell me how good I am. I can see I like my product. If I like it, then it's good enough for me. So how
Exactly.
about that with your music? You say sometimes some people may not like your music. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, music in and of itself is subjective. There are major artists that people just don't care for. That doesn't mean that their talent isn't where it needs to be. And there's some smaller artists that maybe a small niche of people love, but it speaks to them. With my music, I feel as though if no one else listens to it, I'll listen to it just because it's kind of that encouragement that I need to maybe get through each day. And I know there are other people who also relate. So if people love it, that's great. If only me and my friends love it, that's great too.
Mm. So let me ask you. I didn't ask you that before. How old are you, young man?
I'm 28 years old, actually.
28 years old. Wow, not even 30 years old yet. So what's life for you at 28?
28. It's still navigating, still trying to
Mm,
find myself. I do have a day job. I am employed. Work at the housing authority. I'm a business system analyst,
okay.
and so I'm in tech. Uh, I'm heavily involved at church. I am the Sunday school superintendent. I also am co-head of the Zoom team that we have, and I also teach Bible study to the kids. So I'm just finding my way with life and God, and just doing my best out here that I can.
I can attest to that because I tell you a quick little story. So when I retired, I was uh, I was heading to be an educator. I already had a job. I was going to teach STEM programs. I graduated from Pace University, computer science, but so I was going to be a teacher. I got the job. COVID came around. COVID said no because they weren't wearing masks, and I'm an aging person, so I'm not going in the classroom.
Yes.
Anyway, I ended up. My wife said, "You're not going to sit around the house." She gave me a camera. I went back to school, learned to be a photographer, and everything kind of took off from there. And to say I didn't plan it, I planned to be a
Mhm.
teacher. I
Right.
made plans for all these things that I wanted to do in my life, and I'm a Gemini, so we like to plan.
Hmm.
I don't like to venture anything without planning. Well, I ventured off into the photography, the videography, and now doing this. And this is all. This is not scripted. This is not something that I sought out to do. You understand? This is
Yeah.
something that God said, this is the path you're on, brother, and this is the way you're gonna go with this. So I understand when you say that you're not really sure and you're just going step by step by step. I'm going through this blind, step of the way. So
And that's all
I
you can
know
do.
how you feel. I'm every step of the way is a new learning experience for me.
Yeah,
So
you just gotta
that right.
keep trusting in God and just walking. That's all you got to do. Make that first step that comes into two steps, running, then you're flying.
All
So,
right, Mr. Poet, Mr. Artist. So we're gonna hit you one time. Here you go. You ready? You ready for this one?
uh-huh.
You ready?
What's
Okay,
up?
give me a poem.
A
Talk to me.
poem off the top of my head.
Off the top of your head, brother. Talk to me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a freestyler, but I mean, I would say music in of itself is puzzle pieces stitched together to warm the heart of those who need it. The color works into their ears, and the sounds resonate deep into their soul. It's not the best, but just off the top.
Now, give me one of them raps, baby. Come on.
On the rats.
Yeah, man. Hit me up with one of them
Freestyle.
gospel
Right.
raps, bro. Hit me up with one of them gospel raps, man. Come on, man. Hey. Look, I'm not an artist, man.
Hmm.
And every artist that I know, singer,
Yeah.
if you said sing at the drop of a hat, boom, they could sing.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find myself, but there is one that's been in my head that I've been writing. So it kind of goes like, walking on water right now through all the storms that life has given me, but I just gotta keep going because Satan wants me to doubt my abilities, but I can't give him the satisfaction, keeping my eye straight ahead, focused on Jesus. I feel like I'm Peter, I won't fall until I'm dead. Yeah.
All right. All right. That sounds like something, boss man.
I'm getting a little embarrassed.
How much schooling have you had?
So I have my BS in information science and a minor in French language and literature from the University of Pittsburgh. So
is that computer information and systems?
Yes, sir. So that's when you said computer science, I kind of perked up. I said, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's computer science. It's IT. My second master is educational technology specialist. So I want to be a teacher. What do you say? I'm a nerd. I was a nerd. That's, we didn't grow up a nerd. My mother always called me an educated thug, but
educated thug. Okay.
I asked about education because I think education is very important. See, like you told me, I got my day job. So I think having my day job is a good thing. Yeah, because my day job comes with some benefits. Well, for now, let's hope that things stay that way. We're in an economy now where it may be really tough on us, but you got a day job. You're 28 years old. Do you have any children?
No children yet.
Not
married yet. So
well, this is an opportunity for you to go ahead and make some moves, make things happen. You keep that day job and let's see where this one goes.
Exactly.
All right. You said you don't know when you're going to be up again doing your next gig. So the last gig at Juneteenth, that was a volunteer joint, right?
Yes. I guess, can I say, I did get surprised at the end with a little monetary donation, I would say.
Okay. Well, you got a donation at the end. That's a good thing. All right. Yeah. But that was volunteer. You nobody came to you, twisted your arm, put a gun to your head, and said you got to get on the stage, or even say, "Hey, look, we're gonna get you up this fat check. You come on up there and do this."
No. My friend, she keeps telling me that I can't hold my light back, or I can't, just hold on to this music that I have. And so when she saw that there was going to be this performance, she's the one that booked me, got me in contact with the right people, and allowed for this opportunity to come to place.
Like you watched one of the shows, you said with Asha Moyer.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. That's kind of the way I met her. She was doing some work. Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, she was doing some work for the NAACP. Oh, see? Okay. So she was giving back to the community. And I say that to say, here you are, you're a young man, you're 28 years old, and there's a lot of things you could be doing with your life, and even with your talent. You can be doing so much more with your talent. But you decided, I'm going to give my talent to the community on this day, and I'm going to do it in God's name.
Exactly. Because the song in general, which is called Victory Lap, is really touching on mental health and empowerment. And I previously did one in the Poconos as well for this mental health forum. So it was that opportunity to take it there as well as take it to the stage, because mental health is definitely something that's important to me. I've had my own, struggles, and that's probably why this song came to fruition. So if I can just encourage one other person, then it's all worth it, whether I get a check or whether I don't.
Yeah, well, life is not la-di-da, and life always keep lifing. So what kind of struggles have you had to go through, young man?
I would just say feeling as though I belong here, feeling as though I have something to give to the world, even if it's just showing up every day, showing up for the people around me. And then I would say knowing when to show up for myself, because I've been trying to maybe do too much for others to receive love, when you shouldn't have to do that. You just do, and you get that love in return. And if you have no one, then you can always have Jesus, because he loves you more than anything in this world. And I'm also trying to figure out how I'm showing up for him in the right way, because sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I read like you can't earn that love from him. He just gives it to you regardless. So I'm trying to juggle all those things while just working bills, trying to have fun, doing all these things.
I guess your parents must be pretty proud of you, huh?
Yeah, my mom, when I first showed my mom this music stuff, she was like, "Oh, my boy, this is so exciting." I was like, wow, if mom likes it, then, I mean, if no one else does, I don't care because, yeah.
Well, like I told you at the beginning, as long as you like it, that's all that matters. You don't need anyone to validate you.
Exactly.
No one has to validate you. As long as you good with you good with your God. That's all you need.
Yes,
It's
sir.
nice that other people enjoy what you do, but honestly, here it is. You would do it for free because you were on the stage and you didn't know that it was any monetary anything that was coming out of it, and you did it. You
Very
did it for
surprised.
free. You did it out of your heart. You did it for the love of your God.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Point and mention. Now, Tupac, did you know he was a graduate of Juilliard?
I did not, but I did watch your show the other day, and I heard you drop that tidbit. So I said, interesting tidbit.
Well, I say that to a lot of young people today. There's this little propaganda that floats around that didn't float around when I was younger, and they're telling the young people, you don't have to go to college. It's not necessary. Yeah, don't worry. College is not for everyone. So, so collard greens ain't for everyone either. But how would I know if I never tried them?
Exactly.
You got me? So I always tell the young people, look, college may not be for everyone, but how do you know? You got to go in there. You got to experience it. College is not just you should know that better than me. College is not just a place where you learn a particular course. You learn so much about yourself.
Exactly.
You go through a lot of struggles. I mean, working hard even to get a BA, man, that's hard work.
Very.
It's hard work and dedication, and you learn something about yourself because nobody's giving you anything.
Exactly.
This is pass or fail. This is whether you can do it or not. Now, when I went for my second degree, it wasn't for any. My first one was I got a little extra from the job, but my second degree, that was all about me, wondering whether I could actually do it. I got the bachelor's, right? I got the associates, right? Can I actually get a master's? Am I good enough?
Yeah.
So my test was proving it to myself, not looking for anybody to validate me. You see? And I didn't do it because of any monetary value, because there was nothing else to gain. I already had a job. I was making pretty damn good money. So it wasn't like I was looking to go to another job.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're not looking to go anywhere else. You got a good job. You're an analyst now, right? How do you like that?
It's going well so far. I know that I can push myself more. It's funny that you talk about college. I found that when I'm overstimulated with academics or extracurriculars and things like that, I feel like I'm thriving at my most peak self. So right now in my job day to day is trying to get that thriving mentality back. So right now I'm surviving with my job, but I feel like I can be pushed more, and I feel like I can apply myself more. So that's where I'm trying to figure it out as well.
Well, I think you got to figure out what path you want to choose, because it's kind of hard to serve two masters, and you're already serving two masters and one up above, and now you got the job and you got the music. So then you got three masters that you're serving. You gotta, it's kind of hard. It's hard to you got a lot going on, a lot on your plate, and you got to figure out which one is going to be beneficial to you, not so much monetarily, but which one is going to make you happy in the long run. That's what it's all about. It's not about like Muhammad Ali. You saw what he did. He gave up all that money and he went to jail anyway. Did the time. And when he got out, he said, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this because of the way I want my people to view me in the future. How are my people going to say me in the future? If I take this money and go ahead back to boxing and not stick to my principles, it doesn't say much about me.
Exactly.
So he stuck to his principles, no matter what it cost him.
Yeah,
that's what you got to figure out, which way you want to go.
Right. Because money isn't everything.
I'm not saying you can't do both. I mean, I worked at my job and I had a I had a company that I was running on the side, but and trying to go to school, and it was really tough, very,
Mhm.
very tough. It wasn't an easy thing. So I know you're going through trials and tribulations now. Are
Yeah.
you thinking about returning back to school?
I actually have been thinking about maybe doing something in possibly IT, of course, maybe psychology, maybe public policy, international relations, just because I already fashioned myself as a pseudo therapist for family and friends. I feel like I have that nice ear that I can listen to without judgment, as well as give advice back. But there's just so much suffering in the world, and I feel as though maybe if I was in a better position, then I could alleviate some of that in some way, shape, or form. So I'm trying to narrow that down in a sense.
You know, I feel very fortunate. The last couple of weeks, I got to interview a couple of younger people. I got
Mhm.
to interview a young lady. Her name is Chantel Davis, and her husband they own the Willie Mae restaurant, and
Mhm. Mhm.
she's like very, very young, and they have like other businesses along with that business, and booming, just doing their thing. Young African Americans. And I got to meet another young lady, 15 years old, straight A's, just straight
Nice.
A student. You know. So when I hear about what the youth are not doing, it's very refreshing to see someone like yourself, someone like Asha Moray, someone like the young lady that I tell you that had the grades, the straight A, someone like
Mhm.
Chantel Davis, because it revitals me. It makes me feel really good inside to see that these young sisters, these young brothers are actually doing something else besides walking, toting with a gun,
All
using
right.
the N word all over the place. It's nice to see that there is another side. Because where I grew up at, there was no other side. That it was one side, and that's what it was. And if you talked or like anything else, then you got picked on or bullied or whatever. You know. But like I said, it's very refreshing to hear you and to hear the things you got to do. So, what would you tell someone if they wanted to do what you do? How would you? What advice would you give to the young people?
I would definitely say you should find your relationship with God because He's going to be the head. He already knows your path. So, who better to, bounce your ideas off of than the Creator, the one who knows everything? Two, I would say don't limit yourself because people are going to try to do that for you. People are already going to say that you're at a disadvantage because of your skin, because of where you come from, things of that nature. So, you can't let them limit yourself. And then three, I would say just continue to trust in yourself, trust in God. Just keep moving forward little by little. Like every day, try to be a little bit better than you were the day before.
Hmm.
Every day, try to pour into whatever it is that you like, your craft, just a little bit each day. Because when you look back, you'll see all the progress that you've made.
Hmm. So you said something there. You said something there. It resonated with me right away. Be better tomorrow than what you are today.
Yeah,
You got that? You try
yeah,
to be better tomorrow than what you are today. See, that resonated with me. That
yeah.
does. That does. Because now you wake up in the morning. What can I do today to make myself better and to make the people around me better? It's like an NBA player, basketball. I'm the guard. What can I do? I'm the leader of the team. What can I do to make my team better? See, and
Exactly.
we as African Americans, we belong to the global majority. So we
Hmm.
are not in any shape, form, or size a minority. We are very
Hmm.
talented people, as you can see. We work
Right.
hard, as you can see. We are
Hmm.
we are well educated people, as you can see. So please don't ever let that be a factor to you. Always remember, we are a part of the global majority. You dig? We are
Exactly.
not a minority. Okay.
And as I
So
was
look,
just telling my kids, oh, sorry, I was just saying, just I
no,
was
no,
telling
go
my
ahead,
kids
brother. Go ahead, please.
in Sunday school, we're supposed to be helping each other. We don't have to live in that crab in the bucket mentality. All because someone has that leg up doesn't mean you have to pull them down so that you can get up. We are better together, helping each other advance as a whole. Just like you said, global majority. So if one of us is winning, we are all winning, especially if
Mhm.
we reach back and bring someone with us. So
And that's what I try to do. As you can see on this show, I try to do the community thing and bring us all together to make us one community. Not where you go to the supermarket and you got a brother in the supermarket or a sister in the supermarket and you walk by right by. Don't even say hello.
Mm.
Don't even say good morning.
Right.
That we need to stop doing. If we're going to unify, then we got to unify. If we're going to be a community, then we got to be a trusting community. We got to trust each other, at least respect each other. You know, we don't have to like each other, but at least respect everything and everyone that's in our community. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your information up here. Wow.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to get in contact with you, if they want to reach you or they want to talk to you, maybe they saw you down at the Juneteenth like I did, and maybe they want you to come on to the show. There is an event that is coming up in August, and that's going to be the Unity in the Community, and that's going to be sponsored by the same people that sponsored this one. That would be Genesis Radio. So if you want to get in contact with him, I guess I can give you his number. His name is Terry. And Picketing is his last name, and you can just look it up. Just type it in genesisradio.com, and you can get all the information that you want. So I think if you want to be a performer, you probably can give him a call, and you probably can perform there as well. You see?
Yep.
So
See,
I'll be there with my drone.
Yeah.
and I'll be there doing my photography thing and the video thing. So and that's my way of giving back to the community, because just like what we do on this show, we're not here for any monetary value. I know we're all on the social media, but we're actually here to try to bring all of us a little closer together. All of us. You see, that's, if you watch the show, you see we have a variety of people. I heard you talking about mental health. So if you want, on Mondays, we have Mental Health Mondays with Hope.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an excellent show. She comes on at 6:00, and it's an excellent show. Again, the same way I explained to you, for people to tune in, they can tune in the same way. It's very simple, and we don't go for the buffoonery here. We don't do all of that. And if we do happen to say something like a bad word, we got this.
Good jar.
Yeah, the square jar. You know, I don't have a jar. It's the best I can do. So
heard you.
We drop a coin or two in here, and at the end of the year, the cash goes. Whatever's in there, it goes to the Cancer Society of America.
Nice.
The American Cancer Society. So this is our way of giving back. So, and down at the marquee, anybody want to tune in, all the information is down there at the marquee. They can tune in at any time. All right, brother, it's actually been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
We do 30 minutes. So it's a matter of timing. So I got another gig I got to get to. Got to go do another interview. Work.
Stay busy, man. Stay busy.
Work. Wow, we got, you know what? I didn't even check this in, man. All right. Well, you had someone named Jewel Henry, and he says hello. And D says, let's go. Hello, D. How are you? And my man, Jewel, Jewel Henry, he said he loved hearing this position. He loved hearing about you. All right. He said the two positive brothers on the air.
Yeah, actually, Jewel Henderson, that's who connected me with anything. She's basically my manager at this point. So
right
shout out to Jewel.
Okay. Well, D says, be better today. I'll be better tomorrow. That's what she says, than what you were today. And she says she loves that. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate you when you guys get an opportunity to tune in. Please hit the subscriber button. Hit the subscriber, hit the like button. You can also check us out. We'll be on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. So we really, really, really do appreciate you guys tuning in. My man, you're gonna come back on for a second. We'll have a part 2, and we can get into what you do a little bit more around the church, because you seem to be at church quite a bit.
Oh, definitely. We have a convention tomorrow, actually. So
are you on the choir? I'm just curious. Are you on the choir?
I am on the choir, but I feel like I'm just a body rather than a lead vocal.
So you sing too?
Yeah, you could call it that. I'll just say I'm on the choir.
You say you can call it that. Okay. All right. You play any musical instruments?
I play piano and guitar, actually.
Okay.
I'm trying to get back into doing that a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
You play enough to compose songs?
Not I would say not enough, but I'm working there. I'm getting to that
Okay,
point.
okay. I'm waiting for to hear the record, man. I'm waiting for the demo. You know.
Oh yeah, I have so many songs just waiting to be recorded and put out. So, like I said, it's time to stop sitting back and let that
Well, when
light
we
get
do
out
the
there.
part two, this is what we're gonna do. Part two. You can bring
Okay,
some of your music on because I don't have to worry about the copyright at this point because
that part.
right? It's your music, right? So we can
Yes.
play your music, some of it right
Okay.
here on the Empowerment Network, okay? On
Sounds
the
good.
PA Empowerment Network. And next time you come on, let your friends know so they can tune in. They can hear your music too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. We're at the 30-minute mark. So I got to be out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, my name is Kendall Stevenson. And thank you for